Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Ngazimla. I'm a Zimbabwean staying in Botswana. So in today's video guys, I'll be sharing with you the interesting myth that we were told when we were growing up or when we were young. So without wasting much of your time, I've listed them down here on my book. So if you see me looking down, I'll be looking at my notes. Number one is that when you sweep your house at night, you're not supposed to take out the rubbish or else it will be collected by witches. Number two, do not whistle at night or else the snakes will come. So this is the one of the things that I was struggling with the most when I was growing up. I was that child who always whistle every time and everywhere. I used to whistle a lot at night, so until they told me that if I whistle the snakes will come. So that's the thing that I was scared of, because I was scared of snakes, so I didn't want the snakes to come. So every time when I try to whistle, I'll imagine that or I'll think about it and then I'll keep quiet. Number three, if your tooth falls out, you're supposed to take it and throw it on top of the roof or else it won't grow again. So like most of the kids, like where I grew up, that's what we do. Like where I grew up, that's what we do. Like every time your tooth falls out, you take it, you pick it, you take it and throw it on top of the roof. So that's the one thing that I used to do. Even though when it goes down again, I'll pick it and throw it back. Number four is that if you sit on the road, you get balls. I don't know why they said that, but what I think is that they just say those things just to prevent kids from danger or to protect them from any accident that can happen on the road. Because like on the roads there are bicycles, there are cars, everything. So they just want to prevent us from those type of danger. Number five is that if you look at someone urinating, you get a big pimple here on your eyelid and everyone will know what you did. So that's one of the things that did affect me when I was growing up. I used to have that pimple almost every time. Like I didn't know that there are people who like to urinate everywhere. So every time when I'll be just going or I'm sent or I'm going to school, I will see someone urinating. Even though if they have their backs towards me, I still get that pimple. And every time I had that pimple at school, they used to make fun of me, saying that you are naughty, you're picking on someone. Hey, like it was that awkward moment every time I get that thing. Even though if I didn't even pick on them, they just had their backs towards me. But since I came to Botswana, it never affected me. I never had those things. But still, I can see people urinating. Like urinate everywhere. I can see them, but it doesn't affect me anymore. I don't know why, but it doesn't affect me anymore. Number six is that if you point at a grave or abandoned houses, your index finger will stay like that. If you point at the grave like this, your index finger will always be like that. I don't know what you call abandoned houses here in Botswana, but back in Zim, we call them unxiwa. So that's the one of the things that I was scared of growing up. I didn't like, even though when I'm with my friend gossiping about something, I avoided pointing at graves or abandoned houses because I didn't want my index finger to be always like this. I didn't want that, because that's what they made us believe, that if you do that, your finger always be like this the rest of your life. So I didn't want that. So I did avoid pointing at abandoned house or graves. Number seven is that you cannot eat your totem or else your teeth will fall out. That's the one of the things that I was scared of growing up. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life without teeth. So my totem is sheep. So the household that I grew up, they used to eat lamb. So every time they cook lamb, I would eat it, but still I'll be having like I'll be double-minded about it. So every time my grandmother used to say that you're not supposed to eat lamb, it's your totem. If you do that, your teeth will fall. But still I'll go and steal and eat it. So after that, I realized that my teeth, they didn't fall. So my grandmother said again, like, if your teeth won't fall, but it can affect your relatives, some people are close to you, your grandmother, your auntie, or your father, or your sibling. So that's the one of the things I was scared of, because every time when I try to eat lamb, I will think about them. Number eight, do not call people's names at night, or else they'll be called by goblins and witches. So that's the one thing that I'm still afraid of even to today. I'm still afraid of that. I don't want people who scream my name. If you do scream my name, know that I won't answer you. I don't like people who screams my name. If you see me, you want to talk to me, just come to me. Don't scream. If you do scream, I'll keep quiet. So even me, I don't scream people's names, and I expect the same from people. Don't scream my name, I don't scream your name. So I don't want to be called by goblins at night. I don't want to be called by witches. So avoid screaming my name. I don't want to be screamed, guys. Okay. Number 9, a child that cries at night, they will have their voice taken by witches. So in the household that I grew up, that's what we were told. And every time when a child cries, my grandmother will shout, saying that, hey, don't make a child cry, their voice will be taken by witches. So that's one of the things that I was scared of every time, even though when a child, like, know how kids behave sometimes. So that's one of the things that I avoided, to make them cry at night. So I didn't want them to be called by witches or goblins. The last but not least, children are not allowed to eat gizzard, or else they'll forget easily. That's the one thing that I grew up knowing, and I didn't eat a gizzard the time that I was growing up. I didn't do that. And that most people, they made a big deal out of that. Every time, even at school, they used to say that if you forget something small, they'll ask you, have you ever ate gizzards in your life? That's why we are doing this. That's why we are behaving like this. That's why we are forgetting is like this. Guys, I don't think it's true, because even nowadays I eat gizzards like nobody's business, but still I don't forget. I know I do forget, like most people, everyone do forget, but it's not wasted. It's not waste like the way they used to make it seems. It's not. And guys, in all of these things, what I know that it works is on number 5. I'm sure about number 5 it does work, but otherwise I don't believe in those. And I'm sorry if we are that mother, you still tell your kids that, you forgive me. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, guys. And guys, if you have your own, you are free to add. And if you have any explanation about all of the things that I listed, if you know what they mean or why they did tell us that, please comment down below. And guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you really loved it, and do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any video I'll upload in the future. Thank you.